So in this video we are going to talk about miscellaneous exercise of chapter 1. So question number first. So decide among the following sets which sets are subsets of one another. So A is a set where x belongs to R and x satisfies x square minus 8x plus 12 is equal to 0. So A is a set. So let's find out the solutions of this x square minus 8x plus 12 is equal to 0. So we can say x square, this 8 can be written as this 8 12. If we break this 12, it will be 6x minus 2x plus 12 is equal to 0. If we take x common, so x minus 6 minus 2 common, so x minus 6 is equal to 0. Taking x minus 6 common, this will be x minus 2 is equal to 0. Either of them is 0, so x is equal to 6 comma 2. So there are two values of x. So we can say A is a set of 6 comma 2. B is 2 comma 4 comma 6. C is 2 comma 4 comma 6 comma 8 and so on. And D is 6. Now we have to show which set is a subset of each other. So as we can see, D is a subset of A. D is a subset of A, and A is a subset of B. So A is a subset of B, and B is a subset of C. So B is a subset of C, because all the elements of D are available in A, all the elements of A are available in B, all the elements of B are available in C also. So we can say A is a subset of B, A is a subset of C, B is a subset of C, D is a subset of A, D is a subset of B, and D is a subset of C. So this is our solution. Next, second question. In each of the following, determine whether the statement is true or false. If it is true, prove it. If it is false, give an example. So x belongs to A. So let's suppose we have this will be false. Obviously, I'll show how. If A is equal to, let's suppose A is equal to 1 comma 2 and B is equal to another set 1 comma 1 comma 2 1 comma 2 comma 3, let B be this set, right? So as we can see, 2 belongs to 1 comma 2, right? This implies 2 belongs to A, and 1 comma 2 belongs to this B set, right? So we can say A belongs to B, but 2 does not belongs to B set. 2 does not belongs to B. Why? Because 2 is not an element of this. 1 comma 2 is an element of it. 2 is not an element of it. So hence 2 does not belongs to B. So the statement is false. Next, second statement. If A is a subset of B and B belongs to C, then A belongs to C. Yes, it is also false. False. Why? I'll show. Let A is equal to a set having element 2. B is another set having element 0 comma 2. C is another set having element 1 comma 0 comma 2 comma 3, right? This is we have. So as we can see, A is a subset of B. A is a subset of B. A is a subset of B from here we can see, and we also know, because A has 2 elements and B has 0 comma 2, so all the elements of A are available in B. So and we also know from here that B belongs to C. B belongs to C, because all the elements of B are in C also. But we can see A does not belongs to C. A does not belongs to C. So A is not, so this statement is again false. Next, third. So third we have A is a subset of B and B is a subset of C. So A is a subset of C. This we have already studied. So yes, it is true. true. How? Let's see. Let's say A is a subset of B and B is a subset of C. So let X belongs to A. Let X belongs to A and X belongs to B and X belongs to C, because A is a subset of B and B is a subset of C. So we can say this is belongs to. So we can say A is a subset of C. Simply you can take sets example. So let A is equal to 1, B is equal to 1, 2, 3, C is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. So as we can see, A is a subset of B and B is a subset of C. So A is also a subset of C. So from here we can say it is true. Next, fourth part. So fourth part we have A is not a subset of B, B is not a subset of C, so A is not a subset of C. False. It is truly false. So how it is false? Let's see. A is equal to 1, 2. That A is a set having elements 1, 2. B is a set having elements 0, 6, 8. C is a set having elements 0, 1, 2, 6, 9. Right? So accordingly we can see A is not a subset of B, right? And B is not a subset of C. But as we can see, A is a subset of C. All the elements of A are available in C. So we can say, as we can see, A is not a subset of C, A is not a subset of B, B is not a subset of C, but A is a subset of C. A is a subset of C. So hence it is false. Next, fifth part. X belongs to A belongs to this. So this is also false. I'll show how. False. Now X belongs to A. So let's consider A is equal to 3, 5, 7. Right? And B is equal to 3, 4, 6. So as we can see, 5 belongs to A. 5 belongs to A, right? 5 is there in A, and A is not a subset of B. A is not a subset of B. But 5 does not belongs to this B, so hence it is false. So this is our explanation. Next, sixth part. So in sixth part we have A is a subset of B, X belongs to B, then X belongs to A. So it is true. How? Let A is a subset of B and X does not belongs to B. So we need to show that X does not belongs to A. So if possible, let's suppose X belongs to A, then X belongs to B, which is also a contradiction, right? This is A is a subset of B, we all know. X does not belongs to B. So X obviously will not belongs to A, because let's suppose A has elements 0, 1, 2. B has elements 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So since we can see A is a subset of B. So as we know that 5 does not belongs to B. 5 does not belongs to B. So 5 does not belongs to A also. So hence it is true. So this is true. So let's see question number 3 now. So in question number 3 we have with us if A union B is equal to A union C and A intersection B is equal to A intersection C, then we have to show B is equal to C. This we have to show. Now see, at the time when we have studied subsets, we have written a statement. That statement is, if we say B is a subset of C, right? B is a subset of C and C is a subset of B, then only then we can say that B is equal to C. This statement we have written there. अगर ये एक सबसेट है इस सेट का, और यही सबसेट है इस सेट का, तब हम क्या कह सकते हैं कि दोनों एक दूसरे के इक्वल होंगे, या फिर अगर दोनों इक्वल हो जाए तो हम ये दोनों स्टेटमेंट कह सकते हैं, राइट। सो टू प्रूव दिस वी नीड टू से दैट B इज अ सबसेट ऑफ C, फर्स्ट पार्ट. Second, we need to prove that C is a subset of B, second part. So these two parts we have to prove. So let's begin with this first part. So let X belongs to B. हमने मान लिया X एक एलिमेंट है जो कि B को बिलोंग करता है. So we know that if X belongs to B, we can say that X belongs to A union B also. क्योंकि A यूनियन B क्या है, A के सारे एलिमेंट, B के सारे एलिमेंट और कॉमन एलिमेंट्स एक बार लेने हैं. तो A के भी सारे एलिमेंट आ गए, B के भी सारे एलिमेंट आ गए, और X क्या है, B का एलिमेंट है, तो X बिलोंग्स टू A यूनियन B भी होगा, राइट. नाउ इफ X बिलोंग्स टू A यूनियन B, सो A यूनियन B हेयर इज इक्वल टू A यूनियन C, सो वी कैन से X बिलोंग्स टू A यूनियन C ऑल्सो. सो X बिलोंग्स टू A यूनियन C. अब इस बात का क्या मतलब है कि X A यूनियन C को बिलोंग करता है, इसका मतलब X या तो A को बिलोंग करता होगा या फिर X C को बिलोंग करता होगा. ईदर X बिलोंग्स टू A और X बिलोंग्स टू C, सिंपल. सो इफ X बिलोंग्स टू A, दैट मीन्स X क्या है, वो B को भी बिलोंग कर रहा है, और X क्या है, वो A को भी बिलोंग कर रहा है. दैट मीन्स X बिलोंग्स टू बोथ A एंड B. सो वी कैन से X बिलोंग्स टू A इंटरसेक्शन B. Both A and B means X belongs to A intersection B. So if X belongs to A intersection B, so A intersection B is equal to A intersection C. So we can say X will also belongs to A intersection C, right? So X belongs to A intersection C. अगर X A intersection C को belong कर रहा है, अब A intersection C किसका पार्ट होगा, C का भी पार्ट होगा और A का भी पार्ट होगा. दोनों का सेंटर मोस्ट कॉमन मोस्ट पार्ट होता है ना A intersection C, तो वो C का भी पार्ट है. इसका मतलब X किसको बिलोंग कर रहा है, C को भी बिलोंग कर रहा है. अब यहाँ से भी X C को बिलोंग कर रहा है, यहाँ से भी X C को बिलोंग कर रहा है. अब X B को भी बिलोंग करता है और X C को भी बिलोंग करता है, तो हम क्या कह सकते हैं, B इज अ सबसेट ऑफ C. यहाँ से भी हमारे पास क्या है, B इज अ सबसेट ऑफ C. तो हम क्या कह सकते हैं, अगर X बिलोंग्स टू B, दिस इम्प्लाइज इफ X बिलोंग्स टू C ऑल्सो, अगर X C को भी बिलोंग कर रहा है तो हम क्या कह सकते हैं, B इज अ सबसेट ऑफ C. यही अब हम सेकेंड पार्ट को प्रूव करें, तो इफ़ वी हैव अज्यूम्ड इफ Y बिलोंग्स टू C, हमने मान लिया कोई Y एक एलिमेंट है तो Y बिलोंग्स टू C, तो Y विल ऑल्सो बिलोंग्स टू A यूनियन C, क्योंकि यूनियन में क्या होता है, A के भी सारे एलिमेंट्स आएंगे और C के भी सारे एलिमेंट्स आएंगे. Now from here we can say A union C is equal to A union B. So let's replace it. So Y belongs to A union B. अब Y A union B को बिलोंग कर रहा है, इस बात के दो मतलब निकलते हैं. Either Y belongs to A और Y belongs to B. या तो Y A को बिलोंग करेगा या Y B को बिलोंग करेगा. अब Y अगर A को बिलोंग कर रहा है तो हम क्या कह सकते हैं, Y belongs to A intersection C also. Y belongs to A intersection C because A intersection C is itself a part of set A. So Y belongs to A intersection C. अगर Y A को बिलोंग करता है तो Y इसको भी बिलोंग करेगा. अब Y अगर A intersection C को बिलोंग कर रहा है और A intersection C किसके इक्वल है, A intersection B के इक्वल है, तो हम कह सकते हैं Y belongs to A intersection B. Y A intersection B को बिलोंग कर रहा है, अब A intersection B किसका पार्ट होगा, B का पार्ट होगा, तो Y belongs to B also. और Y बिलोंग्स टू B यहाँ से भी है और यहाँ से भी है, तो हम क्या कह सकते हैं, इफ Y बिलोंग्स टू C, Y बिलोंग्स टू C एंड Y बिलोंग्स टू B, तो हम क्या कह सकते हैं, Y C को भी बिलोंग करता है और Y B को भी बिलोंग करता है. इसका मतलब क्या है कि C इज अ सबसेट ऑफ B. अब C B का सबसेट है, यहाँ से B C का सबसेट है, तो हम दोनों स्टेटमेंट से from statements 1 and 2 we can say from statement 1 and 2 we can say if B belongs to C and C belongs to B, so this implies B is equal to C. हमने पहले ही बात करी थी कि अगर हम ये दोनों स्टेटमेंट्स को प्रूव कर देते तो हम थर्ड वाला कह सकते हैं, या फिर ये थर्ड वाला हो तो हम ये दोनों कह सकते हैं. तो हमने इन दोनों स्टेटमेंट्स को प्रूव कर दिया यहाँ पे, इसके थ्रू और इसके थ्रू, तो हम कह सकते हैं B इज इक्वल टू C.